Yo, it's effective immediately. I'm DJ Head.
What up, Hip Hop Nation? It's your favorite homegirl, Gina Views.
Special guest in the studio. Many titles, many hats. Brandon J. McLaren is here.
What's up, y'all?
And, bro, we were just talking about it, our phones. I want to start there real quick.
Yeah.
I just put my phone on silent. You just put your – now, you say you're that guy where your phone rings during the most inappropriate times. You being a thespian of sorts. Have you ever had a mishap on set?
Oh, yeah.
Or your phone ring or –
Oh, yeah, like
and you fucked the scene up.
I forgot. Nah, because I'll just, like, keep going like it's somebody else's phone.
Did you play it off?
Yeah.
You act like it wasn't your shit?
Yeah. 'Cause I just keep talking and then be like – look around and then be like, that's all good, guys. Let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving. That's my move.
Oh, nah, you tripping.
I just saw on Twitter, I don't know how accurate it is, but they say that the phone call on Rush Hour 2 where Chris Tucker's arguing with his mom was a real
call.
That was a real call.
And they just let the camera on.
It was Money Talks.
Money Talks.
It was on Money Talks with
I'm
Charlie
also
Sheen.
like a pocket dialer,
You don't believe in locking your phone?
That's what everybody tells me to sound.
You
good.
don't have a password?
I do, but like you have to press the button to lock it, and that's sometimes
You just slide it right in.
So you go. so you. He's funny. So you go on set to film whatever you're filming with your own personal mobile device in your pocket.
Not typically. Typically, I'll leave it at on my chair, on my set chair before I'll go and shoot something. But nobody bats 1,000.
What's been the most embarrassing thing that has happened to you on set?
Embarrassing thing? I mean, I didn't. This is like very early on in my career. I don't tell this to a lot of people, but we're here. I didn't get invited back the next day. They were like, "We think we're good." After like the first day, they just cut me out the movie.
What?
Yeah.
What movie?
I can't remember the name, but it was I had a scene. I had a scene with Al Pacino.
Okay, who was in the movie? Al Pacino.
And I had one line. I had one line in the scene with Al Pacino, but like every time Al Pacino does a take, he just says something completely different. So you don't know when to come in. So I was just like, well, must have been like 20 years ago. So I was like, you know what, man? Like they hired me to do a job. I'm gonna say my line. And I kept like
stepping on Al.
Yeah, and the director was like, Brandon, they're like, yo, you can't step on Al. But then I was like, well, then what am I supposed to do?
When do I jump in?
Yeah, right? I don't know.
Listen.
So I think like after the fourth take, he's like, I think we're good. And then I was waiting for like my call sheet for the next day, and they just didn't send it.
They didn't send the call sheet.
What was your line?
So the scene was Al Pacino was walking with a phone, and it starts to smoke, and like he dropped it on the ground, and the phone explodes. Mm-hmm. And I think my line was something like, "You need a new cell phone plan" or something like that. That's probably the most embarrassing thing.
Who else was in the movie?
It was Al. I forget Al, it was Al Pacino. It was like set in like a university in Seattle or something.
Got you.
So we gotta find a movie that his phone.
I mean, I'm not in the movie, y'all.
No, I know that.
Okay.
But I want to know
picked
what
up that
movie you
part.
was in. I want to know how you fucked it up.
So that was pretty embarrassing. But I was, you know what I mean? My intentions were good. I was like, I'm not gonna come here and just like take y'all money and not say nothing.
Right.
You hired me to do a job.
Was Al Pacino? Did he express any frustration?
You know what? I don't think Al Pacino knew I was even in the scene, to be honest with you.
Got you.
Yeah.
But the director was frustrated.
Yeah, he was.
Okay, so Al Pacino is the steak, and you're just butter.
Yeah.
You're supposed to be the butter on the steak.
It was one of my first jobs ever. I had one line, and I was like, I'm gonna do my job today.
For sure.
Yeah.
Well, but thank you for being here. Hell of an intro.
Hey.
Actor, producer, writer, many things. Artist.
Yeah.
As far as like your career though, like your IMDb.
Yeah.
I'm trying to say how she says ChatGPT.
Yeah.
Did I do right?
ChatGPT.
She says
Okay.
It don't work with IMDb.
Okay.
I like it.
So your IMDb is crazy.
Yeah.
So we gotta pay homage to that. You know what I'm saying?
Blessings.
I would love to dive into I know we got to talk about this Netflix thing because it's a top tier, but I'm also freaked out a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Which is probably the point. Mm. But your discography of television is one. Obviously, we all know you, Snowfall. Mm-hmm. But what was interesting to me is you shooting The Rookie at the same time that you were shooting Snowfall.
Both seasons of The Rookie and Snowfall, yeah.
Now this is just follow me.
Yeah.
My mom, I don't know if I should be saying it, but I was going to a community college in Norwalk.
Yep.
I had 13 units.
Okay.
Simultaneously, I was taking 13 units at El Camino Community College.
There you go.
I heard that was illegal.
Okay.
You was trying to get that financial aid.
I was trying.
Yo, you know what's so funny? My brother, he's a counselor at San Bernardino College.
Okay, I bet.
So he knows all about the units.
Bro, I was stacking them. I had 26 units going up, right?
Yeah.
So when you do something like shoot 2 television shows simultaneously, is there some sort of thing that prevents you from doing that technically? Is there some legal jargon?
Nah, man. No. It wasn't like I was doing that like undercover. Also, because like you got to make sure that both shows know for scheduling, right? Mm-hmm. So they're like, hey, man, we need Brandon on this day. You're like, nah, The Rookie already booked him on the Wednesday, so you got to move around the schedule, so you might be able to get him on a Friday. Mm-hmm. And I think the trickiest part was like, because I was on The Rookie first when I got Snowfall, and I had already been established. And then Snowfall was like, yo, like, can he cut his hair? And I was like, no, because, like, I'm on The Rookie already.
Right.
And so that's where, like, the whole wig thing came along. They were like, okay, well, we'll wig him, and I was real grateful for that. And I had, like, a big beard initially on The Rookie, and I had to shave it and have the mustache for Snowfall. Mm-hmm. So then I came back to The Rookie, and they were like, what happened to the – and I was like, well, there's this other show. But, yeah, they were real, like, cool about it. And, they kept me on for, like, I did 2 seasons of each.
So there's no okay. Next question would be, how do you compartmentalize your brain?
Yeah.
I got to say, y'all, that was exhausting. Like, that was tiring. Because, like, they're different characters.
Have you ever said the wrong line on the other show?
No. But just, that would be funny. But just in terms of, like, getting into the thing and you know, like, it was, when I wrapped both of them, I think I wrapped them both, like, a couple days within one another. I was spent. I was like, man, that
what
was
kind of is there some sort of mental exercise that you do to prepare for something like that, or
sleep a lot? You just get as much sleep as you can, because you know you got to have all those words in your brain, and
you were able to memorize 2 different scripts and play 2 different characters
simultaneously.
Like Tuesday, you're a crackhead cop.
Yep.
And okay.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah, and it was.
I think you got to be a little divergent to be able to pull that off. You know what I'm saying? I just saw this thing, this study that came out, so that, like, you have to be a little divergent to be a billionaire, and I think that but
maybe. But I got to tell you, man, I was exhausted after. Like, after I'd wrap a season, I was like, I don't want to talk to nobody for like a week. It was a lot.
That makes you that much, that's just so skillful that you can do 2 roles at the same time on 2 separate shows.
2 big-ass shows.
2 big shows.
Yeah.
On Snowfall, you do play a morally conflicted police officer.
Yep.
How do you mentally prepare for such a negative role like that?
Yeah, man, that role was dark. You got to kind of like, I think what you learn as an actor early on is like to like never judge your characters. You know what I mean? Like, you as an individual shouldn't judge the person that you're playing. The character is just doing the best they can with the hand they're dealt. And, you know, they make bad choices or good choices. So I think with that in mind, you know what I mean? I went into it being like, you know, like what does Buckley ultimately want, and like why hasn't he been able to get it yet? And you still try to play the character as earnest as possible. Yeah, you know what I mean. He just makes bad choices on a regular. Did
you have to do any personal research to make the character authentic?
Yeah, I mean, I did some research on the unit that he was a part of.
Is he based off a real character? I'm sorry.
I mean, not a real person, but that unit. And the name is escaping me. It was the same unit. Remember the movie Colors?
Yeah.
It's the same. That was the same police unit that they kind of
motherfuckers,
the bad guys, bad dudes. You know. So yeah, I definitely did a lot of research with into like you know, the type of policing they were doing at the time. And how much sort of they just got like they could do whatever they want.
Did you ever do like ride-alongs and stuff like that?
No, I didn't get to do that.
Okay.
No.
That would have been fun.
That would have been fun.
You know, something I always wanted to know, because I remember this infamous scene of you You about to buy it. You was about to buy a rock.
Yeah.
Right? That sounds crazy.
I wanted to buy it.
I was trying to buy it. I was about to spend the money, but now I'm just gonna take it, right?
Yeah.
So, but then you robbed him.
Yeah.
For the crack.
Yeah.
As a police officer.
Yeah.
And then, but before you go rob them for the crack, you do a bump in the car.
Because I needed some more.
So I always wanted to know, in movies and television, how do you fake snorting something? Is that like, because I know like I knew certain behind the scenes of placebo. I mean, not placebo. Like saline solution.
Yeah.
And different things like that they'll use like in the hospital, but they also use it on screen and camera. Fake blood would be like dye and stuff. Yeah. But you can't snort. You can't snort a white powder and fake that.
No, I was snorting a white powder. So they give you like a vial of like, I don't remember what it was. Some kind
you don't
of
know
like,
what it is.
No, but why are you looking like that?
Because I thought it was fake on the TV. I didn't know y'all was really sniffing lines.
I have a great story. My very first day on the show ever, I was in the club and I was waiting. And I'm kind of nervous, right? Because it's my first day, and the show is really dope, and I'm nervous. So Buckley's doing bumps at the strip club, and I'm, like, really doing it because I'm, like, trying to, like, be good at my job and shit. And then, like, after the fourth take, the director's like, Brandon, are you snorting that shit? And I was like, yeah. He's like, bro, the camera's not even on you. Like, we can't even see you in the shot. The camera's like, we're doing like a big wide shot of the thing. And I'm over here. And he's like, just wait until we're out.
You out here doing bullshit for no reason.
Yeah. No, that's a true story, man.
Insane. That's a true what was it, though? What is it?
It's like, I can't remember. They explained it to me. I can't remember what it was. But it's like, it's not like a protein powder, but it's like, it's used in movies. It's like, you don't really feel anything. It's probably some kind of like.
It's probably is crazy.
Nah.
Something that you put in your bloodstream, it's probably is a crazy.
A little protein.
A little protein.
I think that's what it is, right?
Oh shit.
Little muscle milk powder.
After workout.
Yeah.
Bro, that's hella funny.
Yeah, man. So, that's another funny story.
Do you guys, as actors, obviously you are professional, but us as fans, when we're watching these shows and it ends, like we be so attached to the storyline, we're so attached to the character. Do you guys have any attachment to the shows as well?
Yeah, especially like when you're working on like shows like Snowfall, like you can't wait for the next script to come out because you know what I mean. You're like, man, I can't wait for next week. I can't wait for next episode. So yeah, no, always super excited, super invested in not only your storyline but everybody else's.
Yeah.
Yeah. So absolutely.
Do you ever take liberties from that script? Like when or not? Do you ever? I know improv is a thing, but when do you find it appropriate to take liberties with a script that's handed to you?
I mean, I think it's a judgment call. Like sometimes just to like fill the space or to do like a response that might not be on the page. Also, like it's like you're like how comfortable you are with the director. It's like the director you've worked with before. You know that like you can put a little button on the end of the scene and you're not gonna get mad. You know what I mean? So it's just kind of like it's a judgment call.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I had Eamon Joseph on my radio show.
Oh my God.
He's phenomenal.
Hilarious.
And I asked him a question about your last day on set when you get killed.
Yeah.
Right? And I know like we won't talk about this Netflix thing. Not saying you're gonna die or anything, but I'm just
damn.
But you know what? Well, I mean, you know how they do us. So no, I'm just saying. But I'm just saying like,
oh, y'all got to go.
So the question I asked Eamon Joseph was about showing up to your last day of set when you know you're about to catch a bullet. Same thing goes for the Power universe, right? Yep. When you know you're about to catch the bullet, do you go in, let me fuck this last scene. Like, I'm finna just mail this shit in.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Has not have you ever done that to give anything away, but what's the thought process going in for the last day? When you're either getting written off of a show or you're going to die on a show or something like that.
Okay, I think there's like 3 different versions of this. It's like if you're going to die, but you still got a lot to say and a lot to do, you got to come in prepared because it's your last scene. So you want to do a good job even though you know you're going to die, right? If it's like the last day of shooting a whole show and like you've done 6 months of shooting and like that's it, and you don't got much to do, you might be like, stay out a little late the night before or whatever. But if you got like work to do before you die, you know what I mean? If it's like a big scene, you show up and you wanna do the best job you can till the end. You know what I mean? And hope you don't gotta like scream and do a whole bunch of theatrics. You know, it depends on how you die too.
Yeah.
You know, like I was on a show called Falling Skies, and they killed me with like an alien coming out of my head, and like so that was like a lot of like.
That's kind of
It's
kind of extreme.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, a little bit. So yeah, it depends.
One more Snowfall question. Yeah, we can move on. Did you think Franklin's mom was right or wrong for killing Teddy?
First of all, what a dope scene. Like,
yeah, unpredictable too.
Yeah, that's why it was incredible. Yeah. And I actually remember when they were like going back and forth about the ending.
Really?
Yeah. And like the conversation around it. Was right or wrong? I mean, I can't. I understood why she did it because she just wanted it all to end. You know what I mean? I don't know. I mean, I can't call it. What do you think?
I think it was wrong.
Yeah?
Yeah. I just didn't like him. I know that the way, like, Franklin's fate, the way that the show ended, I feel like it's absolutely relatable being from LA, seeing people, the rise down to the fall. So I think it does make sense. But you know how, like, movies and TV shows, it's almost perfect. It's just certain stuff you'd be like, well, that will only happen in a movie. That, what we saw in there, happens in real life.
Yeah.
You know, for you to be this big-time drug dealer and then to end up being a product of, you know.
In fact, it might be like the most likely story, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Are you able to discuss with us how you just mentioned there was alternate scene conversations?
No, I can't talk about it.
No? Oh.
But I do remember, like, when they landed on that, I was like,
mind blown.
I was like, this is going to be dope. Yeah.
Do you? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I guess to put a button on the. What about the spinoff?
Yeah, I think it's going to be good. I don't know much about it.
You haven't heard anything. You don't know nothing.
I know a little bit. I know it's based on like 90s.
Well, you know what we know.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
Okay, tell me some shit I don't know.
I mean, listen.
What?
What you want? How much time you got? I'm joking. But I think it's going to be great.
Did you like the ending of the series?
Yeah, I did.
You appreciated how it ended?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's like, you know, it wasn't like sensationalized, or it was just kind of like,
I think
it's like when I was like a bit of a whimper, it's like, oh man, shit, that sucks.
Buckley's character is still alive though.
Yeah,
in the
just like
Snowfall universe
on the side of the road somewhere.
Oh.
So I thought I was gonna die.
Yeah,
like I was like, there's no way this guy's out here acting this crazy.
Me too.
Right?
Hell yeah! I thought you. I didn't think you was gonna make it. You 15 episodes.
I'm like, this nigga still is.
Yeah, I have unfortunately seen a lot of people do a lot of detrimental things to their health.
Yeah,
you did everything detrimental to your health
and everybody else.
So it's like, you know.
Yeah. So he's still alive. Who knows? Maybe he'll pop up in the.
That's what was my next question.
Yeah, I haven't heard nothing, but who knows? Maybe he'll be like a hip hop producer. He changed his life around.
Yeah.
Or a pastor or something.
Yeah. Are actors and actresses? Do you guys get offended when you're called your character's name in public?
Nah, not at all. I think I think it's kind of like a badge of honor. Like when people just kind of like associate you with that person. The other day I was out at a restaurant. Running lines with a friend over dinner, and the waitress came up to me and she's like, I have to say, when you walked in, like, because I think she knew me from The Rookie, she's like, I got like terrified real quick, like, and then she's like, no, that's just the actor who plays him.
Yeah,
like, that's dope.
I know someone who don't fuck. She don't fuck with a certain actor.
Okay,
because he's played like DV characters over and over again. Yeah. She just do not fuck with him. I'm like, he's an actor. She's like, I don't fuck with him, his mama.
His dead grandmama. No.
Yeah. So Wayward on Netflix.
Yeah.
This is okay. So there's not much I know about it, which I'm sure it's purposeful, right? Mm-hmm. It's kind of aloof a little bit. The trailer is kind of like Wayward.
Yeah.
But it gives me real Jordan Peele vibes. I'm not a big like scary movie fan.
Okay.
She
love it.
Really?
She loves that shit.
Okay.
She loves that shit.
I have a Scream mask.
Perfect
in my living
date night
room.
for her. She watched terrifying
But can I ask you why?
I don't know.
That's it. Let's unpack this a little bit.
I think it has something to do with the Scream specifically. It has something to do with, I done like watched a whole bunch of documentaries talking about it because that's how obsessed I am with it.
Okay.
But it's like the behind the scenes stuff that went on in Hollywood that was like put in the film that we didn't realize, then and then.
I didn't know that.
There's something to where there's a story about how Scream is actually based off of some killings that happened in a college.
Oh shit.
But the actual storyline itself isn't based on that.
Okay.
But the writers, like, that's where their mind, they was pulling from things that was happening in real life.
And stuff.
And then I guess slasher films was like a big thing in the 90s.
Yeah.
I don't. They say that Scream changed the way that people view horror.
Totally.
So,
totally. I mean that was like it was like the biggest thing for like a long time.
Yeah. So I don't know what the hell my connection is with it, but the new one come out next year. We ain't talking about Netflix.
Okay. Yeah.
But when I was looking at it, it's like it gives me those type of vibes. It's eerie. I know it's classified as a thriller.
It's like a psychological thriller. It's not like a horror in the classic sense of the word, but there are like definitely like scary sort of off-putting elements, but it's not like a horror.
Okay, bet.
Yeah.
So what I'm noticing is the psychological thriller is kind of the new thing, and it's starting to be interesting to me because we have Halloween coming up.
Yep.
Right, and so it's starting to be interesting to see the integration of things because I'm a big wrestling fan. Obviously.
Okay.
WWE Monday Night Raw is on Netflix now.
Yep.
And they have this group called the Wyatt Six, and they're like this eerie, same type of shit as Wayward. Okay. They're like this eerie, spooky, weird, quirky, but they have their own maze at Universal Studios coming up for
Halloween.
For Halloween.
Yeah.
And so I'm starting to notice, like with Wayward, and the genre is starting to become that, where it's like it's a culture thing as more so than just watching a show.
Well, interesting you bring up Jordan Peele. Wayward is sort of like genreless as well. You know, like Jordan Peele will have funny elements in his stuff. There'll be horror elements, psychological elements, sci-fi elements. Wayward is very much of that ilk.
Got you.
Yeah.
So this show, can you give me anything like more than what I've speculated about?
Yeah,
what to expect?
Real quick, it's sort of it's actually based on like these real schools that started to pop up in the 90s in the Northeast, and they were basically like for-profit high schools that were kind of kidnapping children and taking them away, like parents who couldn't handle their kids, they'd send them to these schools like without their consent. There's a whole documentary on Netflix called The Program.
Really?
Yeah, and so this show is sort of predicated on those schools. And so Wayward specifically is about this school called Tall Pines in the town of Tall Pines. That's sort of like this like reform school that's meant to like fix troubled kids, but there's a lot more kind of nefarious things going on.
Is it like in the documentary that you mentioned, is it more like cultish? Is like
the ideas of how to fix people stem from a cultish sort of ideology.
Cult culture.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, there you go, man. Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So so it's a series.
Yeah, it's a limited series, 8 episodes only. I don't think there's going to be another season. I think it's just like a one season thing.
And don't let Twitter get a hold of it. Yeah, y'all gonna have about 8 seasons.
Yeah. Now diving into the world of this, is this a different? You have you ever played someone regular? No disrespect.
You know what? Actually, I did.
You ever play like just a happy neighbor? You know what I'm saying? It's like
this
nigga doing cocaine. He doing crack.
Power Ranger.
Yeah.
Power Ranger.
Monsters. I actually did a show on the last show that I did on Netflix was called Firefly Lane, and I played like a dad, like just a regular dad.
Regular dad.
Yeah.
But that's boring to you.
I mean, it was, that's what I was on the show. So, yeah, I have. I don't do it often.
It's like, you know what? We need a demented, rock-sniffing, like, school teacher. Like,
I know just the guy.
When people pitch you for stuff, do you ever shun a role like, man, I'm cool on that? Like,
you know what? It depends. Like, I like to maybe, like, do, like, a drama and a comedy, and I like to, like, kind of do back and forth, just to kind of keep it fresh. So yeah, and it depends. It also depends on who's involved. Like if it's somebody incredible, or like for instance, like Toni Collette is like one of my acting idols.
Got you.
So like the moment I was like, Toni Collette's gonna be in this, I was like, sign me up. You know what I mean?
Was there any when you were on Power Rangers? Was there any pressure for you being a black representation?
It wasn't any pressure. I think I was I the first black Red Ranger, or maybe first 1B, so there was no pressure. But now, however, 20 years removed, like I do understand how important it was to be like a black Red Ranger, because I get all these like grown ass men now who are kids when
Facts.
My shit came out, and they were like, "Bro, like you were like my hero when I was 8."
Yeah.
And that's really dope.
To see yourself on the screen.
Like in
much.
a leadership role.
Yeah.
That's kind of like the legacy of that. And at the time, I think I was 25 when I did the show at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And it was kind of like that was like the show that allowed me to like quit my restaurant job.
Yeah.
And so at the time I was just like, man, like this is dope for me. And then 20 years later, you realize it was part of the culture now. So
was really that dope. Your first role?
That was like my first like lead role. I had done little things here and there, movies and stuff that I got kicked off of. But that was like the role that kind of like allowed me to kind of do it full time, which was really important because my focus could just be on one thing.
Go ahead. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah.
I was a Pirates fanatic.
Yeah.
And I was trying to dive into this wormhole because I got so many questions. So I was trying to. We gonna wrap this shit up in like 3 minutes.
Okay.
But,
I love it. I love that he like waited so long too.
I got hella Power Ranger questions, but I'm gonna leave that shit alone. I'm gonna just get right to.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I talked to not the other Brandon.
The other Black
Zach.
Power Ranger.
Zach, yeah. The OG.
We did a show with him.
Walter.
Walter, yeah, Walter.
We did, yeah. So
we did a canon show with him.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I talked to Walter, and there's so many different stories about how we are treated or whatnot, throughout the years and whatnot. How were you? What was your experience
On the show?
Yeah.
It was incredible.
Okay.
Yeah, it was incredible.
She light skinned.
Also, I was the Red Ranger.
Yeah.
So I was the leader of the shit.
So if you were like the Pink Ranger, shit might have went differently.
I mean, I think so. I think also
it's 2025.
I was I had the most experience out of all the actors. So like they were like, hey man, like you've done this before. You gotta you're like the example.
Lead
like
the way.
Show up, do a good job, be on time. You know what I mean? Because like how it works. So yeah, I was treated great. And also my season there was like a whole new regime that came in. So like they kind of like reset everything. So like I didn't work with any of the people that Walter worked with. I did my shit 13 years after.
Yeah.
So it was like a whole different experience. So I was treated great. Yeah.
What about the suits? Were the suits ventilated?
I never wore the spandex. I wore it one time.
You never wore
no,
the suit?
I wore the cadet thing. I wore it for like a photo shoot, but we never wore it.
Never the helmet either?
Nah, bro. We had stunt doubles, man. You think I'm around doing flips and jumping and stuff?
That was my next question.
Nah.
Did you?
No.
Okay, so my whole
sorry, man.
Just stumped all your questions.
It's devastating.
Now you gotta watch what you ask, man.
Santa Claus wasn't real.
Yeah, you gotta watch your questions.
How has your point of view of Hollywood changed since your first role?
Oh man, I mean it's changed a lot. I think for the better. I think. I mean, nothing's perfect, but don't let perfection be the enemy of good. I think our stories are being told more and they're more accepted, and people realize that it's a profitable business, and you should invest in that business. I'm also trying to like explore it more in that space, in the production space, in the creation space, and I think there's more room for that now than it ever has been, especially when I started. So yeah, I think it's it's moving in the right direction. Could it always move a little faster? Sure, but you know what I mean. I think it's still a net positive.
Last thing is, you're an artist as well.
Yeah.
You do music. When did you always want to do music, and you just got an acting first, or?
Yeah, and then what happened was like my brother was really doing it hard body, and it started like I just wanted to help him out, and I kind of came up with this idea. I'm like, man, like I'm always on some kind of TV show, and they always need music. So I was like, why don't we just make music and put it into TV shows that I'm on? And that's how it started. So like we've like sold 4 different songs to 4 different shows, and it's really dope. Like it's I did a show called Ransom on CBS, and we got one of our songs in Ransom. So yeah, it started off as like a way to kind of help him out and put him on, and then we're like, well, if we're selling it to shows, we might as well release them as well. So it's dope, and it's a chance for me and my brother to like be creative together, and yeah, so it's cool.
Got you.
Yeah, man.
And then, so you got, what is this? what's Heat Check?
Heat Check is just a song that we collaborated on. You can find it on any streaming platform under McLaren Songs for TV. We have like 6 songs out because it started out we were making songs for TV.
Yeah.
And then Sequel, Sequel's a song that we have like my dad on the intro. He's talking on the intro, and our cousin made the beat. Mm-hmm. So we're just trying to like bring everybody in.
Expand
know,
I love that.
I got a little opportunity. I got some space. I can bring my brother in and put him on a song, and somebody on Fox will hear it, and my cousin gets to be. It's like it's cool. Yeah. So I always feel like if you're in a space where you can impact others around you, bring everybody along with you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, you could take her to tall pines. Tall pines.
Yeah.
I'm not fucking with it.
Nah, you're not going.
I'm not going. I'm gonna watch the show. I'm not going with you guys. She's into that shit.
Yeah. I'm not going.
What you mean?
I just want to see it on TV.
So when is Wayward coming out?
September 25th on Netflix.
25th?
I think all 8 episodes will drop one time.
Oh, great!
You could just
that's a binge paradise.
You could bang it out in one night.
Oh, thank you, Netflix.
Yo, so Wayward to be out. You said September
25th. Yep.
And anything else that you have coming down the pipeline, you just got to come back and fuck with it.
Yeah, next time I got something else coming out, man, I'd love to come here and talk about it. Man.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate you.
That's what's up.
You a Power Ranger. You a legend, bro.
You a legend. Thank you for the roles you play. You have such a long list, an amazing list. You do such a good job. So thank you for that. Thank you for representing for us.
A Power Ranger and a druggy cop.
Yeah.
And a mob boss.
And a mob boss, exactly. Brandon J. McLaren is here. It's effective immediately.